The blackness of space is an ocean, vast, silent, and indifferent. For centuries, we've gazed up at it, wondering not just what lies out there, but what it means for us, for the very fabric of our being, to venture into its depths. What happens when our carefully calibrated bodies, designed over millennia for Earth's constant pull and protective embrace, are suddenly plunged into an environment where up is meaningless and every step is afloat? This question, profound in its simplicity, carries monumental weight for humanity's future among the stars. We dream of Mars, of lunar bases, of journeys that span years, not just days. But before we can truly reach for those distant horizons, we must understand the cost, the toll, on the most vital piece of equipment we possess, the human body. This is where our story begins, not with a dramatic launch, but with a quiet yet groundbreaking experiment designed to peer deep into the biological mysteries of space travel. It's known as the twin study. And for all the astounding intellect housed within NASA, they sometimes aren't quite as clever when it comes to naming their most ambitious experiments. Despite the rather straightforward title, the insights it offered are anything but. Imagine two men, identical in every way that truly matters for science. The same DNA, the same upbringing, the same foundation. Two astronauts, Scott and Mark Kelly. They are not just brothers, they are identical twins. This unique biological pairing offered an unprecedented opportunity, a natural control group for one of the most extreme environments imaginable. One brother, Scott, was destined for the International Space Station. His mission to spend an unprecedented 340 days, nearly an entire year, in the silent, swirling microgravity of low Earth orbit. While Scott was literally floating through his days, his twin brother Mark remained here on Earth, grounded by gravity, living a remarkably similar life. This wasn't just about observing Scott, it was about the meticulous, parallel comparison. For almost 12 months, Scott orbited our planet, a human laboratory orbiting a vast celestial one. Every breath he took, every meal he ate, every shift in his body was meticulously tracked. Imagine the experience, waking up not to the weight of your blankets, but to the feeling of drifting, brushing your teeth as the toothpaste floats away if you're not careful, exercising for hours, not to lift weights, but to prevent your muscles and bones from simply wasting away. The constant hum of the station, the mesmerizing view of Earth outside the cupola, and the profound isolation that only a select few humans have ever known. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Mark was undergoing the exact same battery of tests: blood draws, cognitive assessments, vision checks, microbiome samples, you name it. He was living a life as similar to his twins as possible, minus the zero-G and the cosmic radiation. He was the anchor, the steady baseline against Scott's incredible journey would be measured. This comprehensive approach involved an army of scientists, 84 researchers to be exact, from universities and institutions across the country, all poring over data, looking for the subtlest shifts. It might not come as a surprise, given that our bodies are exquisitely developed to handle Earth's gravity and conditions, that there were indeed a lot of changes to Scott. The human body is a master adapter, but space is a profound challenge. One of the most immediate and visible effects was the fluid shift. Without gravity pulling blood to the legs, it redistributes upwards, leading to a puffy face and thinner legs, often called bird legs. This shift also put pressure on his optic nerves, leading to subtle but measurable changes in his vision, a phenomenon now known as space-associated neuroocular syndrome, or SANS. Imagine your eyesight, something so fundamental, beginning to subtly blur due to the sheer lack of gravity. Then there were the more insidious changes. Despite rigorous exercise, Scott experienced bone density loss and muscle atrophy, particularly in his calves and spine, simply because his body wasn't constantly working against gravity. His cardiovascular system, no longer needing to pump blood against gravity, became less efficient. His immune system also showed changes, becoming less robust, making him potentially more susceptible to infections. Perhaps one of the most fascinating discoveries lay at the genetic level. Researchers looked at Scott's telomeres, the protective caps on the ends of our chromosomes that typically shorten with age. Surprisingly, Scott's telomeres actually lengthened during his time in space, a finding that initially sparked much excitement. However, upon his return to Earth, they quickly shortened again, returning to pre-flight levels within days. This suggested a complex interplay between spaceflight and cellular aging, offering more questions than answers. Even his gut microbiome, the vast community of bacteria living within him, underwent significant shifts. Once Scott was back on Earth, the recovery process began. It was a testament to the human body's resilience that most of these changes were indeed temporary. His vision largely recovered, his fluid balance returned to normal, and his muscles and bones began to rebuild with the help of Earth's gravity. But some subtle changes persisted, a quiet reminder of his extraordinary year. Scientists are diligently working to unravel the full implications of these findings, hoping to use this unparalleled data to help future humans handle the profound stress of living in space for even longer durations, perhaps to journey to Mars. The insights from the twin study are vital for developing countermeasures, better exercise regimens, nutritional supplements, or even pharmaceutical interventions to mitigate the effects of long-duration space travel. Yet, despite the groundbreaking nature of this research, much of the detailed long-term analysis and its full implications have not yet been fully provided to the public. The scientific process is meticulous and time-consuming, and perhaps the full picture is still being pieced together. As we reflect on this incredible experiment, one can only imagine the sheer rarity of such a perfect setup. Finding astronaut twins, both willing and able to participate in such a demanding and unique study, truly is a tall order to meet. It was a stroke of scientific luck combined with the dedication of two remarkable individuals that allowed us to glimpse so intimately into the profound way space changes the human body. The twin study serves as a powerful reminder of our incredible adaptability and our enduring quest to understand ourselves in the grand tapestry of the cosmos. It's a story not just of science, but of human resilience, curiosity, and the unwavering drive to explore the unknown. What are your thoughts on the twin study? Does it make you more or less inclined to imagine yourself traveling to space? Share your reflections in the comments below. If you found this story insightful, please consider sharing it and following for more explorations into the fascinating frontiers of science and humanity.